Welcome back to Backyard Gridiron Talk. I'm Addison.
I'm Frank.
This has been a fun week in the NFL. Not really.
No.
Some disappointing news. And preseason's coming up, so that's not disappointing. It's always good to get the preseason season underway, even though we watch about a quarter or two and turn it off.
Yeah.
Then just await the regular season to start. Some news, though, starting with Frank's infamous quarterback, who I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about it. I am, I know.
I am too.
I'm sure he is, yes. So I'll let you take over.
Yeah. Mr. Goodell decided to pull his slong out and appeal the decision made by the Honorable Judge Sue Robinson. They felt that she provided facts that supported their reasoning to have a longer suspension. And the main reason why she did such a short suspension was because, she just basically went off of previous negotiations that have been done in the NFL and, how those suspensions have come about and, determined based off of that. So she basically didn't want to rewrite the rule book because she felt like it wasn't fair based off the guidelines the NFL had. And the NFL was like, nah, fuck that. We want to send them for the whole year. So they have a different mediator or whatever you want to call it, looking it over.
What's the point?
That's what
Roger Goodell is the judge, jury, and executioner.
So this guy that he assigned is now the person making the decision. This guy worked on the Zeke case.
Are we sure?
I got to go with what I've heard, But
I've heard a lot.
Basically, this dude's going to make the decision.
And most of it's trash.
He was part of the board that ruled on the Ezekiel Elliott case. So he has history of working with the NFL. The NFL is trying to get a full season suspension. Which if that happens, Watson and the NFLPA already came back and said they're going to sue the NFL if they were to do a full season. There's been rumors about 10 to 12 games. There's been rumors that the NFL doesn't want Watson to play in Houston, which is week 12, which by all means, I won't play him against Houston if that's the case. Suspend him to 6 games. It's not a big deal.
It's
if
the Browns can't beat Davis Mills.
Right.
I can't disrespect Davis Mills.
No, I mean
the Texans as a whole, if they can't beat him. No.
But nonetheless, it's just we're sitting here waiting a game. It's like we had hope for 2 days that it would finally be over.
Yeah, I wanted.
We'll see what happens.
I'm not a Browns fan by any means, but obviously,
everybody.
I do live in Cleveland, and that's all I hear about. It's like we can't just stop it and get down and start playing football.
Right.
It always has to be something about. It's FaceTime for Roger Goodell. That's all it is. Yeah. Whatever makes him look better or look. What's the term they call it nowadays? Whatever makes him fit in with the crowd.
Yeah.
That everyone's forcing his hand at. Be a man, grow some balls. Let the decision that the judge made stand.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If a judge, somebody in our legal system did not find any hard concrete evidence against him, then again, I'm not saying he's, innocent by all means, but I'm sure
she's more qualified.
He engaged into this activity, some of it, but she's more qualified to make the decision than an NFL commissioner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, an NFL commissioner is there to help set the rules of the league, he's there to suspend some people, but on-field incidents and shit like that. When it comes to off the field, I think they should always be bringing in a judge and not leave it up to some schmuck that got his job based on, people voting, people within the NFL. Did they even vote for this guy? I don't even know how that works.
Basically, the owners pick.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
And why the owners picked him, I don't know. But my problem, he's just an asshole. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
No other NFL commissioner has done the damage he has done to this league, and it's just sad to see, and it just continues day in and day out. But
yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
What are you gonna do?
The NFL owners meeting are going on right now. So there was reports that a decision was going to be made by this. Which another thing, they want this new person that's supposed to look over this process to make an expedited decision. So now you want to rush this guy into making a decision. How does that make the NFL look good?
It doesn't.
Now you look like you're pressuring him into siding with you. And one other time we saw where this appeal happened with the NFL was, I think Randy Gregory got 10 games. I think the NFL appealed it, and it went down to 4, actually. So, like, we'll see. I don't know. But for the NFL, for Goodell to do this, he obviously has to push for the season long. Because what was the whole point of him doing all of Sue's work?
It by 4 games.
2 or 4 games. It looks dumb.
Yeah.
It looks
he
so
like
dumb.
A complete idiot.
And so, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And, yeah, I mean, hopefully we just get a decision. So, if it's a year, there's been rumors that Deshaun would sit out for 6 games to abide by the original appealing, and then we try to come back after the 7th game. Mm-hmm. But they also are going to sue the NFL, so technically wouldn't have to serve a suspension because her suspension isn't in play, obviously, because the NFL appealed it. But they didn't appeal it, so they could possibly serve it. And then after week 6, he'd come back. Like, listen, I served a suspension that we both agreed on. Like, I did my time, and it would still be in the courts, and then he would come back. I don't know. Who knows what's going to fucking happen?
Who knows?
We just know what we hear, and hopefully a decision's made. Just so, like, as Browns fans, we're just thrown in the middle of this, and it's like, don't get me wrong, like, he's a talent, and, like, if he could play, he's a game changer. But, like, at the end of the day, as fans, like, we get attacked and shit because we want to support our team. It's like, when you bleed brown and orange, just like you bleed black and yellow, you're going to support your team.
Yeah.
Just like you supported Ben whenever it happened. Like, it's just what you do. And so, like, it's just, like, fuck, could it be over with already?
You almost don't want it to be true. I mean,
right.
Not you almost. You don't want it to be true.
Right.
But then again, you know, if there's concrete evidence, when it comes to that, that's when I put a hold on.
But,
you know,
if Ravens fans can root for Ray Lewis who murdered somebody, why can't I? I'm just saying, it's not right what he did, but
anyway,
it's just hopefully it's over soon.
Yeah,
and worse news for the Browns: we lost our special teams kick returner Jakeem Grant to what they believe is a torn Achilles, which is almost a career ender.
Not a career ender, season.
But he's old. Well, but he's older, and like he's only a special teams returner. So if he can't get back to that form,
I guess
you know what I mean. Like I'm not. I hope it's not, but like it's something that could potentially. So yeah, he's likely out for the season. So that was something that like as Browns fans are like, all right, we got special teams, we got defense, still have a kicker. Hopefully, we'll see. Hitting 60-yard field goals in practice, so I'll take it.
There you go. That was incredible when I saw that. It's like, it was off a tee and everything, but hey,
still, like,
I can't do that.
Right. But yeah, so that happened today. There was another Browns news. Kareem Hunt did a sit-in, which was he was practicing, but only doing individual drills. And then Stefanski was like, if you're 100% healthy, get the fuck in my practice. And he did exactly that. So he wants a new contract or he wants to be traded, but I don't think we're going to trade him. It might be his last year with us. But Nick Chubb did come out and say that it's his best friend out and off the field and he wants him to stay. And maybe he'd be like, all right, here, take some of my money. You could stay. Who knows?
Yeah,
that would be ideal. But nonetheless, we'll see what happens. But he's back practicing again. So that was a brief little, here's a 24 hours for Browns fans who are like, oh no, what happened? We're losing everybody.
What happened?
But
in other news, there's another big injury. Becton for the Jets once again is out for a significant time. He'll be gone for the season this year. Yeah, fractured kneecap.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. Speaking of the Jets, apparently Joe Flacco is out here outperforming the dog and Zach Wilson. So we'll see about that, but that's interesting to say the least.
Yeah,
Joe Flacco's old ass. But anyway, I still think it's Zach Wilson's job. But
I mean, if you start this season with Joe Flacco as your starting quarterback and Zach Wilson's healthy, and you from New York, how do you think that's going to go?
Yeah,
this man might never play a snap again in New York. If Joe Flacco beat you out, no offense to Joe Flacco, but this isn't 10 years ago when you won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, this is like, you're a veteran. You're like in your Ryan Fitzpatrick era, so maybe you will ball out. I don't know, but The only way I can see Joe Flacco starting this year is if like Wilson starts like 0-4 and Saleh's like, I don't want to lose my job. Go out there, like at least try to shake something up.
Right.
But
we'll see. Yeah, it's quite interesting. And on paper, Mason Rudolph's apparently winning the Steelers quarterback battle. There was no report saying he was, but on paper, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, significantly better than Trubisky and Pickett. But
big butt here.
Big butt. He's been playing with the second team this entire time. Trubisky's been playing with the first team, so I think that's a little flawed. So I think it's still Trubisky's job. Next is Bears linebacker Roquan Smith requested trade. So see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't blame him. He's a dog, and he's on a team that like doesn't look promising, and he's not getting a new contract, and he's about to. I think he's earned a new contract with them. He's shown that he's probably one of their best defensive players, especially now. They traded a lot of their veterans away. Well, Khalil Mack, basically.
Yeah.
They'll probably end up trading some more if the season doesn't turn out the way we want it to.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, I don't blame him. To me, he's a player that should get paid. Like, he's a difference maker on defense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, like, I get where he's coming from, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we don't have much to talk about, with it's only being preseason, but preseason week 1's coming up.
Also, tonight, Hard Knocks premieres, the Detroit Lions, if you have HBO.
That should be interesting. It's always fun when we're talking about the Lions.
Yeah.
So.
And, Hard Knocks really get you. I don't think you want to watch it, but football.
Football, baby. Giants and Patriots start off preseason Thursday, August 11th at 7. Steelers play Seattle. And Browns.
We got Browns play in Jacksonville, 7 o'clock on Friday night. Watson's most likely going to play. Stefanski said today he's probably going to play in at least one of the 3 games. I'm thinking he's going to play this week just because he's been practicing with the first team. Throw him out there for a series or 2. The man hasn't played on the field in an actual NFL game in a minute. And, like, we might not know the judge's decision by then or what. Who knows? It's only Tuesday. Who knows what we'll know by Friday.
It's gonna be
see.
interesting.
But,
so I don't expect a lot of starters to play. Not much to talk about there.
No, I just think Watson is just going to get reps because he just needs to get them.
Yeah, he hasn't played in over a year or so.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're a Browns fan, at least you can watch them now.
And it's exciting to see the Steelers quarterbacks out there.
Yeah, I mean, you have a great QB competition. It'll be fun to watch.
So they play August 13th at 7, Seahawks and Steelers. So, anything else?
No, not too much. I mean,
yeah, it's going to be a short episode today.
Yeah.
Basically not a lot to talk about. So, feel free to like us and do all that stuff.
Yeah, follow us. We got a T-shirt giveaway. Make sure you
week 1 of the
subscribe
season
and comment
prior,
so we can get that T-shirt giveaway going. But yeah, we're just getting ready. Preseason week 1.
Let's go.
It's just getting started, and we'll get after it next week. We'll have some more information. Hopefully, able to some of the Sean news for everybody's sake.
And hopefully it's over with.
Yeah.
After that.
And we'll just go from there, and we'll keep on updating you on all the shit going on in the NFL.
NFL, baby, it's almost here.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, but that's all the time we have today. Like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on our videos to have a chance to win that shirt. Until next week, see you later.